Good afternoon and welcome to Customer Effects Training Webinars. My name is Dale Richter and today we're going to be talking about the SalesLogix web client and working with activities. Why don't you hold on just a second here while I switch over to my web client and we'll get started. Okay, so I've opened up my web client here and we're on the welcome page, and I'm going to move to the activities entity down the left hand side of the screen and click on activities. When my activities screen comes up, you'll notice I have several different tabs across the top of the screen. The All Open tab, Literature tab, Events, and Confirmations. First, as we start out, we look at the All Open tab. This is showing me all of my open activities. In the activities, it shows along the top line here, the top row, my different column headings. And you'll notice as I hover over each one, I can sort my activities by any one of those column headings. A single click on the column heading will sort in ascending order. A second click will sort it in descending order. So I can sort by type. I can go over here and sort by priority or by regarding, by any one of the fields across the top. I also have two buttons up here for hide detail right now and list view. So if I just want to see the list view, I can hide the detail and now it's only showing me the list view of activities. When I do click on detail, you notice down at the bottom of the screen it shows me one of my activities. So whichever one I highlight up at the top part of the screen will show me that detail of that activity down at the bottom part of the screen. In that detail, I have a complete button, so I can actually go in and complete activities right from here. I can also hyperlink to the contact or to the account, or in this case, it's also associated with a ticket, so I can hyperlink right to the ticket also. Makes it very easy, very convenient to go back to those records if I need to see more information. Up on the line item, I also have hyperlinks. I have a hyperlink to complete the activity. I have a hyperlink to go to the activity or edit the meeting itself. And I also have the hyperlink to the contact and to the account. So again, making it very easy for me to access the records if I need to go back and look at other information. Now down the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice I have some filters. In the filters here, I have activity types. So if I only want to see the type activity of meeting, I can just check that box there, and then it would narrow down my group of activities to just meetings. If I want them all to come back again, I just uncheck that, and all my activities would come back again. So all of these different filters I can filter by. Here I've got one, let me see here. We've got recurring activities. Time frame is one that you may use quite a bit. If I just want to see today's activities, I can just click on today and it would show me only the activities I have scheduled for today. And you see we have many different options there for current week, current month, just tomorrow or yesterday, all of those different time frames that we can choose from. So that's one you'd probably use quite a bit. What else? The type, we looked at the type already. The type of activity being meetings, phone calls, and to-dos, but also if I scroll down there again, you see we have type as far as contact or lead. So we can now also schedule activities with leads. So if we want to narrow our activities to just the ones with the leads or just the ones with the contacts, we can do that also. And then we can filter by user too. If we have access to the users, now remember when we set up our profile, we see whether we have access to certain users or not. If we do, then we could narrow these activities down to those specific users. And up on the top here, as I scroll all the way back up to the top again, I can also clear all those filters, and now I see all the activities that are available to me. Now we have another tab up there called the Literature tab. In the Literature tab, that's going to show you all of the literature requests that are out there for all these different users once we cleared everything. If I go back and set up a filter again, I can set up by priority. Now this is only on the literature request, so you see that as we change tabs here, the filters also changed for whatever tab we're on. So if I wanted to just see high priority literature requests, I just check that box. If I just want to see low priority or medium. So that again just allows me to see all the literature requests available out there. The next tab over is going to be events. And events are multiple day activities. So we have a start date and a stop date as we schedule an event. And here we're seeing all of our different events with the start and the end date for all these different users because we had cleared our user filter back on the All Open tab. The last tab we have here is confirmations. So as you're scheduled as a leader for an activity, or if they change an activity that you're included on, it will send you notifications either as a leader, as a change to an activity. You also have, and I don't see any listed, oh here's one down here, confirmations to meetings if you're included in the meeting. So when they schedule you for a meeting with another person as the leader, you're actually allowed to confirm that activity before you actually put that on your calendar. Or if you are the leader, then you just see that you're the leader and accept that activity automatically. Somebody has to go to that activity, and if you're the leader, you're the one that's going. Also, any changes. So you see all these changes here. If there's any changes to activities that you're involved in, every time there's a new change, it will also send you a confirmation. So it's just trying to keep you up to date on any changes that are made there. So you just click on like this one change here. If I just click on change, it just shows me that change, and then I can just delete that. So remove that out of my confirmations. So generally speaking, you're going to want to go through all these different confirmations, read them, and get rid of them. This confirmation screen should be pretty much cleared out at all times for any specific user. Probably the main tab that you're going to be using in here, again, is your All Open tab. This is the tab that I like to use to make my phone calls. And again, over here, we could just filter by phone call type. And here we've got all of our phone calls. We could just go through phone call by phone call, highlighting each one. It'll show us the detail down at the bottom, along with the phone number. Let me click on another one here. There's one with a phone number, a national phone number, so we can read that a little bit better. We could actually call that individual from this screen, and then we could go in and complete that activity right here with the complete button. It's a great way to manage your activities, and I think everybody should be using this in conjunction with the calendar. Now, in another webinar, I will be talking to you about calendars. So, this webinar has been from the SalesLogix web client, and we've talked about working with activities within that web client. I want to thank you all for joining me this afternoon, and have a great day.